Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Lands of Lore, the Throne of Chaos. And when last we left off, we'd finally managed to clear out the dungeons of Castle Cimmeria by defeating the Zeobs, and were given by the gnolls the key with which to get up to the actual first floor proper of Castle Cimmeria, where we have encountered more Cabal warriors, who are serving on in death. We're gonna need this Valen's Cube, just in case, for they come out of the walls and will fire fireballs at us. The doors, by the way, have a really cool design here, but let's just go and look around. Also, here are another enemy type here, which are these axes. These axes appear to be being controlled either by magic or apparitions. They die really easily to fireballs, however. Also, here's another Cabal warrior that has literally come out of the wall to get us. Also, we're still armed with these emerald weapons. We'd probably be doing better in defeating them if we weren't using those. Also, they do appear to be immune to magic, which is something that had been mentioned before. Magic doesn't seem to do very much to actually hurt them, which is something interesting to discover. Which may be the reason why using that wand of fireballs on the wraiths was not very effective. Also, you'll notice that the crossbow we're currently using also doesn't seem to have any effect on them. Let's see if this crossbow does any better. The answer is no. So neither weapon that Kieran is using right now is actually going to do anything. So for the moment, Kieran isn't very useful. This will change, however. We could use more fireballs. To be honest, just healing a little is going to actually be a lot better. There's only a finite number of Cabal warriors here, so we only need to defeat the ones that are there. I do really like the idea of there being the ghost Cabal warriors. I mean, I really like the appearance of the Cabal warriors, so seeing them as ghostly apparitions, imagine that, ghostly apparition versions of the Cabal warriors. Is that another one? Maybe there's an unlimited supply of them here, who knows? If anything, this is improving Bakata and Paulson's fighting skill, which is pretty useful because we're most certainly going to need that improvement. They're actually quite good at hitting now, as you can see. They hit quite... Wow! Ow! Let's bring Kieran back, if only so that he is awake and can thus potentially heal if we need him to. Let's use that Valen's Cube, actually. Ow! Did you see how much damage the Cabal warrior did there? 67! Fortunately, no more are actually coming to get us, which is a sign that we might have eliminated a fair number of them. I basically called the axes floating axes, although they probably have a proper name, like maybe Axes of Apparition. That is a D&D spell waiting to happen, that. Axes of Apparition. You need to close this door, I believe, to open this one. Yep. In here is a item that we're going to be looking at in just a moment. For now, we're going to have a look around and make sure there are no secret switches. There are none, but there was one there that we'll be looking at in a moment. Let us have a look at this crystal ball.
It's dawn.
It is dawn! Scotia indeed, basically did capture Dawn, as she said she would when she was trying to kill Richard, and has now imprisoned her in this ball.
How did Dawn get in such a small ball?
Magic, Kieran. Magic.
How did Dawn get in such a small
Now,
ball?
there are various things we could try and do, like we could try and lockpick it.
How did Dawn get in such a small ball?
But there is one thing that we actually have in our inventory that will help. In fact, she might be trying to tell us this right now. We use this diamond. This diamond that we picked up in the dungeon is actually really important right now, and will open this ball. You're free!
Kieran, Paulson, I owe you my eternal gratitude. And what of Richard? Is he safe?
We have not yet freed His Highness.
I shall gather our forces and return to join you soon. My best wishes go with you.
And with that, she leaves. Now, originally, apparently, she was meant to actually be a member of the party. She would replace one of the people in the party and would go with you. But I think due to time constraints, she was not added into the game. So we just have this party here. It is a shame. I would have liked to have seen what would happen if Dawn was in the party. Apparently with hex editing you can actually do it, although I imagine it's a little bit spotty in the fact that it will, well, in its effectiveness rather, in the fact that it will work, but probably not very well. Oh, that opens that door. And it shuts that door. And I imagine this one opens that door too. That is an interesting switch. But we could just open it like this. And there is actually nothing in here as far as I can see. So there's no reason to actually worry about here. There are only a few real objectives on this floor. One of them is to find... We need to start finding figurines at this point. We need to start finding figurines. 4 of them specifically. And these figurines are actually going to be used to free King Richard. Also, here is a door that we cannot actually get access to just yet. We're going to have to work our way around there, I think. Let's keep looking. Might as well switch weapons, I think, at this point, because we're not going to find any more enemies that will use the Emerald Blade for now. What we'll do is we'll swap out the cube. Actually, we already have an inventory space now because we're starting actually to clear up space. We'll put the cube next to the Emerald Blades. That way, if we need to find them, like the fact that I'll put it like that, they'll be in easy access. And there is nothing in here either. There is certainly things in some of these that we will need to find. Also, we need to get into there. Was that a ghost? Those are ghosts! We can expect to have to fight those pretty soon. Alright. Here they come! I'm going to use the Valen's cube here. I have a theory that Mists of Doom might hit them. And it does! That is one spell that does work. We will most certainly use it if it works. Also, one of them dropped a sword. An Eagle Greatsword. Is it any good? Well, that has 52 and 60. So the answer is, it's not amazing, but it's better than nothing. So here's the Eagle Greatsword. We'll put that there. And we'll rest. Oh, no we won't. We know that Mists of Doom works, though. We'll use Mists of Doom. And there's still arm with the emerald weapons, which is handy. Do you remember back when we got that longsword? That was a very long time ago. We have a lot better weaponry now. Much better. Let's do some more resting. But yes, this is the last actual music track of the game. There are a few, like, minor ones when you enter into certain areas, but pretty much this is it. This door does not open. Oh no, this door does open. And there's nothing in here, I was about to say there's nothing in here predictably, but no. There is something. There's a teleporter. We're going to find out where that teleporter goes. It goes over here. This is a big teleportation. And there are some axes. We are most certainly going to have to switch to our, basically our weapons to defeat actual enemies as opposed to ghosts, if Picardo wakes up. And they're not really going to do very much anyway, but fortunately, fireballs will do the job quite nicely. There's another one. Have more fireballs! And more fireballs! That did not actually finish off that one. There you go. Good thing we have a lot of magic, otherwise those enemies will be quite tricky. And that's the reason I generally tend to side with the gnolls, because the magic gain that you get really makes this area a lot easier. And we need to find one particular thing. Still, we haven't found it yet. And we're not going to leave this level until we do find it, which is the figurine. Hello! Mind if I ask you some questions? Oh, I think I can understand why they're trying to kill me now. Fortunately, we can hit multiple of them with just one fireball. Oh, hello. They also attack quite quickly. But they're all dead now. They do attack quite fast, and these enemies I believe are isolated purely on the first level of Castle Cimmeria. You will not find them anywhere else. And there is a switch here. This might be what we're looking for. I don't know yet, but we've pushed it, so we'll find out what it does in a little bit. Anything down? Ooh, pits. We cannot do much with those pits right now, at all. Also, ramming into walls. Ah, there is another switch here. Did that do anything? No, it did not. What about now? No, we have not found actually any purpose. Also, stop ramming into walls, Kieran. I know it's gloomy in here, and there don't appear to be many torches, but there are these small areas of illumination in the walls. Ah. We appear to have entered into an area we really shouldn't have at this point, I think. Yeah, we should not have entered this area. This area is bad. Basically, you lose the map, you start getting transported everywhere, and the compass doesn't work very well. There are just pits everywhere. And in fact, we don't want to be here, so we're just going to fall down into this pit and head back down to the dungeon area. Also, we lost the map. We've actually lost the map. I thought we might get that back. That is a little awkward. The fact that we still don't have it. Hopefully we'll get it back in a moment, because I really don't want to be without that map. Because right now, finding my way out of here is going to be a little bit tricky. Also, the compass seems to...
The compass appears to be broken.
It's not broken. It's just not doing very well. Falling down that pit seems to really not help. But normally you get everything back, but we haven't got everything back at this point. Which is weird. Is it down here? Oh, it's down here. Okay. But we still haven't got everything back. We've still lost everything. So actually we're going to load up here. Because what we really don't want to have happen is we don't want to lose everything. We are back to here, which is unfortunate, but we really don't want to lose everything we have there. We don't want to lose the all of the ability to use the compass and the map. You do gain it back at some point, but we haven't found the point where we get it back yet. Also, let's wait for these both to come round. There we go. Fireballs for everyone. We don't want to go into that area then. We don't want to go into there. We'd actually rather fall down the pit and go into another zone, because that is a puzzle in itself. But right now we don't want to go down there until we have everything we want. Which is basically the figurine. We want the figurine. I don't know if that does anything, if it actually makes those pits not work, because right now those are the only switches we have. Also, all those switches that are on that corridor, you don't want to push them anyway. Also, those pits indeed just exist, and will throw you down into this area here. So we want to go all the way back round to get to the first floor. It is... The puzzles start to get a little bit tricky in the sense that some of them actually span multiple levels, much like they did in the Urbish Mines. But they are compounded by the fact that these puzzles are more tricky. We do need these figurines. We basically need the figurines. We also need a lot of keys. There are a few keys that we most certainly need to complete the game. I think the final boss of the game is once again hidden behind a door with two locks on it. So we'll need 2 keys to get to that. But we hadn't finished exploring around this area yet, which we're going to need to do. We might as well finish exploring in Castle Cimmeria itself in this first area. Also, that is not a switch. That is just a skull. There's a little more in this area that we haven't explored that we might as well. Like down here. I hear more axes. Yep, there's one. Alright. More fireballs. There we go. There is apparently nothing in here. And I imagine there is also nothing in here. Nope. Let's just double check. Nope, there is nothing in here. There will, however, be... There will be things. We just need to find the right switch. We need to find the right switch. Okay. What about in here? Anything in here? Ooh, there's a key. We might need that key. But we don't have anything at the moment to actually unlock. So let's just hold on to it, shall we? We're unlikely to need to use this key on anywhere but this floor. There is another knight there. Do you see him? I see them. Hello. Guess what? Mists of Doom! There we go. We're going to actually have to use all these, aren't we? Yep. And I believe I heard a... Nope, the axes will not actually come to get us. Which is good. Basically, at this point it's actually going to get more difficult to head back, because at some point the entrance to where we've been actually disappears. Like, that area will get cut off at some point. We do have a way to get it back, though. Okay. Locks? No, there's a button here. That did not do what I wanted it to. I don't know what it did, but it made loads of enemies. Which is not great. Also, that's the end of them. But there is this Cabal warrior here. Let's see what we can do with this axe here. Or rather, these swords. Oh, we are surrounded. This is not so good. It's time to use the cube. We need the magic to defeat the axe behind us. It's not a lot, but it should be enough. It might be enough. Not quite. Oh well, we can get him with the bow. Look how fast we actually attack. That's actually quite impressive. But at least we didn't have to use any of our consumables. Also, I need to find where I put that. There we go. We need to do some resting. That was a switch we shouldn't have pushed. That seems to have been a bad switch. But we do need to find a particular switch. Well, what we're looking for is probably not in here. It might be in here. There's that switch we're not going to push, I just noticed on the map. We're not pushing that again. I think it just does terrible things.
At last, this door appears jammed.
Oh! Well, I'm not sure how to unjam that. Hello! Are we being surrounded? Well, there are loads of them here!
I don't have enough magic.
Well, guess what? Mists of Doom! Even more Doom! And to finish off, a nice helping of Doom! There we go. And there's another one, which is handy because we'll then just recharge our magic with it. Excellent. Wow, they actually take 3 uses of Valen's Cube? That makes them pretty nasty. We'll try and rest, and it will inevitably fail. We need some magic for Bacata here. Let's try that. There we go! Much better. And a little more for Bacata. There we go. Any more? Nope, I don't think so. This is going to take a little while to explore and get the hang of this area, but we will most certainly... actually, we've nearly finished the entire loop round, so we might as well finish that off. Hello! Have a fireball. That most certainly worked. Are there any switches in here? No, there are not. There's a switch here. That opens this door and reveals all these fireballs, or rather these fireball targets. And that is a Valence Cube target. We most certainly want to make sure that we are not overpowered here by all these enemies. Okay, we have a door there. Also, you'll notice that actually locked off this area completely. We're actually now trapped. So I think we might have found what we were looking for here. This makes that. But there are some switches. And that is what we are looking for, folks. We are looking for this item. And I'm also looking for something to drop. Do we need a death stick anymore? I don't know. We don't need this salve. We do need this cobra figurine. We do need this cobra figurine. Unfortunately, there is no way to actually get out of here except falling down that pit. But that is a pit that we can fall down, because we now have what we need in this area, which is this figurine. And I don't actually know if we need this key. But we're gonna find out if we do. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. And when we come back, we shall continue exploring around this general area. And I'll see you then. Later. We might even figure out what that puzzle is down there where it destroys the map. In fact, we are going to figure that out. And that is an area where we will need to make some saves and loads, because I don't want to lose the map permanently. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. Look out, Bacata! The key is about to fall down the pit! No! I don't actually know if this key has a use. We'll find out, though. Oh, hello! You could just float over pits. You are now dead. That was worth it for you, wasn't it? I think not. Later.